Hello, this is Dr. Weiss, and welcome to My Life School, where in the previous lesson I talked about reincarnation. Today, talking about the nature of the soul. The soul is that part of us, the awareness or consciousness that exists before birth and after death. I learned about the soul through my research with past lives and reincarnation, people who have lived before and are living now. What happens when we die? And so I'm just going to talk about my research a little bit in this segment on the nature of the soul. And I find that when people die at the end of the physical life, they don't really die, only the body does, but the consciousness or the soul goes on. There is often then a period of review where you review the life you have just left. How did you do? Did you learn your lessons? Lessons of kindness and compassion and nonviolence and love. And then there's a grand reunion with other loved ones who have crossed over, passed away previously, and then a preparation for the next life where you continue working on lessons. So what I find in my work is that we never die because we're never really born. Your soul, your consciousness exists before birth, comes into the body, joins the body during the gestation period or prenatal period, and then at the end of the physical life, the soul or consciousness leaves the body, floating up to a beautiful light, and then going through this life review, meeting relatives and loved ones, and then preparing its lessons, preparing for the next life to come. That's how we learn here. And so the soul does not die. The soul is never harmed. It is only the physical body and the brain that is born and dies. The soul is not part of the physical body. The beautiful mystic Teilhard de Chardin, and I've said this in previous lessons, said, we are not a human being having a spiritual experience here in this physical school. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And that is our nature. That is the soul. So when we think of the soul, we have to think of ourselves as immortal, eternal, constantly being reunited with other souls, loved ones, soulmates, and others with whom we have lived before. That is the nature of the soul. And so as we get away from this concept of the physical body and brain, that's not who we are. We identify more as the soul. If you use the metaphor of a car and a driver, it may help you to understand a little bit more. Oftentimes, we think of ourselves as the car, but we're not the car. We're the driver of the car. As the car wears out, gets old, starts breaking down, we leave that car. We're the driver of the car, and we get into a new car. Now, the new car may be a different nationality. Instead of a German car, maybe it's a Japanese car or American car or an Australian car, a Russian car, or some other car. And it may have different colors, red, brown, black, white, yellow, but the nature of the driver is not of these things. The driver is the immortal part. As one car breaks down, the driver gets into another car. As that car ends its life, the driver goes into a different car. We are the driver, not the car. We are the soul, not the body. We will continue these explorations of souls and spiritual awareness, of reincarnation and other altered states in further series on My Life School. Thank you for now. This is Dr. Weiss saying, Arrivederci.